We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and SidescrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday to you. Did you have a good weekend? Me too. Great to see you guys. Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig. We got a big week. We got a big show. We got a lot going on, and the show got a little bit better about 5 seconds before we went live as Flash has a folder of content of just gold, which is we're going to be looking at a little bit later on. But before we get to that, hello, Blabs.
Hello, happy Monday, everybody.
Yes, happy Monday to you. Did you have a good weekend? Was it wonderful?
I did, yes. I enjoyed sleeping in and just chilling like a villain.
Like the villain you are, huh?
Yes.
That's good. Flash, did you enjoy sleeping in? Did you sleep in?
Yeah, I did. I sleep in on Sundays usually, yeah.
Good for you. What, get sleep all the way into like 7:30?
Yeah, it was 8 o'clock.
As a parent, you sleep in all the way? Yeah. Blabs, what does sleeping in look like to you?
Past 9.
Past 9. Okay. What
I mean,
about
listen,
you?
like, I used to have all the different hours, right? I used to wake up at 4 a.m. and, like, sleeping it would be, like, 5 a.m. But now, yeah, streamer life makes you sleep in a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
You're up later, go to bed. Yeah.
What about you guys? What is sleeping into you? I remember, like, obviously as a kid growing up, in my previous careers, whatever companies and such, I would be up till like 2 or 3 in the morning working, right? I've definitely cut that back. And when you sleep till 2, when you're like awake till 2 or 3 in the morning, then you're waking up at like 9 or 10, and sometimes 11, right? Now I can't do that. Dad and stuff, you got to go to sleep at a reasonable hour, and you're up at 6 this morning. I was up at 6:30, like getting up and getting going, and you got things moving around the house already, and it sucked anyway. So like, yeah, sleeping in now is like 8 o'clock. That's a very like fortunate day for me, sleeping until 8. But here we are, wide awake, ready to go here on a wonderful Monday. That's so much going on. Hey, if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Join the 127,000 just normal men who have found common sense in the video game space. And I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while, and that's to have a call to action to hit the thumbs up button at the start of the stream. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys hit the thumbs up button. Our goal, 1,337. That's elite, baby. Circa 2008 called, and they want their elite speak back. Yes, ready to go. We are back on Twitch at twitch.tv/Stuttering Craig, because that Side Scrollers podcast was, just whatever. Just go find us over there.
Was that taken or something?
No. I made a new account.
Oh, that's right.
The name transfer thing. Yes. Coming up on Wednesday. Very excited about this. Look, a while back, I watched Lord of the Rings for the first time ever before Side Scrollers Plus was a thing, right? I watched it over on Side Scrollers Plus, which is our locals page. It was a resounding success. So many people loved watching Lord of the Rings with me. Well, Blabs is Lord of the Rings. American Pie will be watched for the first time this Wednesday at 2:30 Central Time, 3:30 Eastern Time. We are watching American Pie, the quintessential summer American teen sex comedy. Blabs has never seen it. We are also going to be watching it with Eric from Yumi in the Movies and Cecil from Good Bad Movies, which is going to be
that movie's problematic now.
Oh, it's like, I can't wait to hear Blabs go, oh, I can't believe they got away with that in 1999.
That'd be pretty
You're
on
joking,
point.
right?
No, Blabs, I'm telling you.
She's going to be offended by it, actually.
She will. Yes. Blabs, I have $10 saying that there will be a point and you go, I can't believe they did that.
Are you serious?
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
have seen early 2090s movies before, you know.
You
ever see Road Trip?
Yeah, you mean the Euro Trip one?
No,
No,
Road Trip.
Road Trip.
Have I? Road Trip.
That's Tom Green.
movie.
That's later. That's later. I think that's
coming out
I
on.
think I have.
Oh, it's great. Road Trip comes out on 4K tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Oddly
Yeah.
specific timing.
Well,
I have it pre-ordered.
Oh,
Can't wait to watch it again. I wish we could get old school on 4K Blu-ray, but
Yes, I love old school. Anyways, I think it would be really fun to do one of these once a month with our Plus members, starting with American Pie, and then we work our way through. Maybe we go to Road Trip next time, which would be really, really great. In addition,
we have to do Euro Trip too, because I haven't seen that since college. I kind of need to watch that one again.
There's that scene
I
where
can't. People are saying Euro Trip better than Road Trip. You're insane.
they're
insane.
both. I'd say they're both about the same to me. They're both pretty funny. And that's not to say they're bad.
I like the part with the
I think
coat.
Road Trip is a much better movie. I like Euro Trip, but I think Road Trip is better.
that was peak Tom Green, that he's trying to feed the snake and all that. It's
Yeah,
great.
But he's not even the best part of that movie.
There's
I mean,
a
like
lot
in the scene where they go to the black fraternity.
Brilliant, man. Brilliant stuff. Anyway, well, look, let us know in the chat which one is better. Obviously, we'd love to hear your thoughts. And should we do a Blabs watch Road Trip watch along maybe next month? I think that'd be super
And then
fun.
Euro Trip after that.
We can do all the summer road trip movies.
Yeah.
The teen sex comedies. We can watch them all, which will be great. In addition to teen sex comedies all summer here on Side Scrollers, we also have Blabs versus Donkey Kong Country available right now to all of our Plus members. Tomorrow, Blabs versus Contra 3, the Alien Wars. My, oh my. I'm going to tell
Yeah,
you.
I feel like we need to rename this one Retard versus Contra 3.
God, Flash. If you ever wanted to string up a noose and just hop in it, and then watch Blabs versus Contra 3 tomorrow on Plus. Use promo code Blabs versus. That's one word. Blabs versus VS to get a discount code over there to tune in with that. Anyways, a lot of good things going on. We're very excited for you guys to join us today on this wonderful Monday. We could talk teen sex comedies all day long, and we probably could, and we probably should, because that's super fun to talk about. But we do have a lot of good things on the show today. We actually have some real positive things in the video game space, which we wanted to share. Liza P. Staff got a massive bonus based off the success of the game, and I think it's worth talking about. Jojo Siwa, the once famous lesbian queer lady, says now she was pressured to be a lesbian. We're going to dive into that a little bit later on. We have some issues when it comes to the Switch 2. Now, I have a thread of... I just need you guys to stick around for this, because the Switch 2 performance has been, as they say, lackluster for some of the third-party games. As good as Mario Kart World looks, as good as Donkey Kong Bonanza looks, some of the third-party games, not so good, buddy, as they say. Splitgate 2, the folks behind that, remember the Make FPS Great Again guy? How he kind of like bent his knee to the mob saying, I'm so sorry. Well, guess what? Things have kind of turned around poorly for there. And if timing lines up, guys, and I hope to God it does, Flash has a folder of gold content, which we're going to react to for the first time. Can't wait to check that out. Oh, yeah. And of course, MrBeast is getting major blowback because of his AI thumbnail tool, which I think we have some interesting takes on this, which I'll be very intrigued to get into you guys with. With that said, we always like to start the show with Today in Gaming History. So, oh my God! Some massive ones today.
It is a very massive day. And before people like...
I haven't even seen it today.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, so I'm not going to say anything
I
then.
stopped looking since we were doing that segment
Good.
thing.
Well trained. Thank you.
Well, Flash, you want to see?
Yeah, let's see it.
Clipped.
Here we go, Flash. We got some bangers today. Sonic the Hedgehog, N64, Mario 64, Ape Escape, Deus Ex, Eternal Darkness. Holy shit! Zelda, Phantom Hourglass, Advanced Wars, Alone in the Dark. This is like a freaking who's who of video games here. Holy crap.
Transformers
Wow,
Revenge of
Arkham
the
Knight.
Fallen.
Yes, Arkham Knight, Sonic Origins. Holy moly.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, Flash, you got some bangers to pick from here. Which one went on today's gaming history today?
64 for sure. Probably Super Mario 64 as well.
Okay.
Just to kind of go with it. And then I would hope Sonic the Hedgehog is on there, but
Okay.
not holding my breath.
I'm going to go with Sonic. I'm going to go with the N64. Blabs will not put Mario 64 on it, even though she should. But
That
she
the game
won't.
revolutionized 3D gaming.
Yes, it did only revolutionize the entire industry, but she won't because it was a launch title for the N64, and she's going to go, yeah, should only be, I said that N64, so we're not
Let's
going
put
to
Ape Escape on there.
Right. Any other day, Ape Escape would probably be on the list. Deus Ex would be on the list. Advanced Wars would be. Eternal Darkness.
Zelda.
Like, Zelda. Like,
I
this
hate
is
that Zelda. I hate the DS Zeldas because you had to move in with the stylus.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking played 10 minutes of that game and said I'm good. Jumped
Hell, man.
out.
Most other days, Fight Night Round 4 would have been on the list. But, golly. Okay, Blaz, what do we have today?
So you are correct, Craig. I did not put Mario in
Aha!
there because I want to put another
Fired!
title in there. I'm not fired because this is a good segment. Look what I've done. It's
Why
a
would you
Sonic
put
segment.
Sonic Origins on it? You already have Sonic the Hedgehog on there.
Blabs!
The fuck?
There, Sonic.
At least put Batman the Arkham Knight on there.
I did a Sonic
What is
segment.
this? Why is Sonic on there? This is but bullshit.
Yes, Flash. I'm with you. What are you doing, Blabs?
So anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog was released. in
It's already on. You have it
1980.
on there twice because it's in Sonic Origins.
Yeah, but one's for the freaking Genesis and one's for the Nintendo Switch.
No, stop. Stop. You can't say I'm not going to put
I mean, I
Mario.
can.
You
because I already
intentionally
done it.
did that.
I did this.
You
on Friday.
intentionally did that because you knew it was going to get everybody riled up.
Oh no, actually, I thought you'd be happy I put Sonic on there twice.
No,
Now
I'd rather have Mario 64 on
No,
there,
no, no,
which
no,
just
because
deserves it.
My logic here was that because we have the N64, we were going to talk about everything to do with the N64, including the launch game, all by itself. So I picked another game instead, and went in Sonic Origins because Sonic.
Okay, look, can we have our Montez goal today. And can we get 20 yellow supers of just saying Blabs, you're fired? That'd be great.
That's so
Because
mean. You're
Blabs,
gonna
make it happen.
try to bully me.
of all the days,
You deserve some bullying for this one.
of all the days, Blabs, when you had this was a slam dunk layup, sure 2 points ready to go. You could have picked anything. Anything.
I did.
You
I
have
picked Danny.
the launch of the N64. I just want to once again, I want to go down here. You have Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Mario 64, Ape Escape, Deus Ex, Eternal Darkness,
Yeah.
Advance Wars, Legend of Zelda, Alone in the Dark, Battlefield
Bad Company. I didn't even see that one.
Yeah.
That's a fucking great Battlefield game.
Like you could have picked any of these games here, Blabs, any of them, and it would have been fine. And you chose to go with Sonic
Blabs.
Origins.
Blabs.
Yes, Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of all the days, Blabs, this may be the worst of all. Today
You're
in
just
history.
pulling my leg.
No,
It was fine.
not.
I did a good
You put the
segment
same game on there twice.
No, one's for the Genesis, one's for the Nintendo Switch.
It's the same game. It doesn't matter.
Anyway, and
No.
we have a whole segment.
Did you even
dedicated
know
to
what
the
Sonic
N64.
Origins was? You
Yeah.
thought it was its own standalone game, didn't you?
No, Origins literally has the definition of it in the title.
What's in the game?
The classics. Am I right?
You thought it was like Sonic Mania or some shit, didn't you?
What is that? I don't freaking know Sonic
my God.
Mania. So, I thought I did a good job because now we have a whole segment for N64
You did not.
this morning. You're just doing this.
You did the
for
worst
chat.
job today, Blabs.
Nope.
Like you didn't do the best job. You did 180 degrees the opposite. You did the worst job.
The ball has been dropped.
Dude, the ball dropped day one. What are you talking about?
Tinley says, you're fired. Fired.
I'm
like no
shocked.
one has ever been fired before. Montez, that's right. Listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. I need 20 year fires.
Or she's fired.
Shame Blabs today. Blabs,
Fire Blabs, hire Vera Dark.
No. Blabs, listen. This is unbelievable, really. Blabs, and I know you're probably like, I just don't understand. Do you not understand why you messed up so bad today?
I just think you guys are Nancy's. That's all.
Okay. ADDF Toxics. Blabs, I'm sorry, you're fired. But come back. We enjoy you on the show. This is true. Today and today. Look, from Saint. Today only, Blabs' new name will be henceforth changed to Meg. There you go.
I like it.
Why Meg? Like,
Oh,
shut up, Meg from Family Guy?
Marmalin. Craig 100% called that she wouldn't put Mario 64 almost verbatim her reason. But double Sonic 1, any game over there was a freaking banger classic. Blabs, you're fired. Bentley. Blabs getting fired is just as common as Abo getting out for help and not returning home. Do better, Blabs. John. Blabs, you're fired. Mario 64 is my favorite game of all time. We'll see you tomorrow. Again, all right. So, God damn it, Blabs. Fired. Speedy Cakes. No Bad Company 2 or Ape Escape. Fired. You're fired.
I feel like someone should just take a clip of every time someone says I'm fired. It would be like a 40-minute video of just you're fired.
Das Pooch. Blabs, you had Deus Ex and you chose Sonic twice. You're
It's a
fired,
Sonic
Blabs.
sandwich.
Sonic sandwich.
I had a really great sandwich this morning.
Oh my god.
Just saying.
Yeah, well, that's Jesus. Thanks for that, Blabs.
You're welcome.
Meg, you should have made a command decision and put 5+ entries, and Mario 64 should have been first. There you go, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Eric says, Blabs, you're fired. Blabs, you're hired, just so I can fire you again. Listen, this is egregious, Blabs. Egregious. Of all the days.
I'm with Switzerland Plays here over on Rumble. He says, I can't even find on StreamYards, but he says, I think Blabs did a 4D chess move here. All the Montez flying in for that.
Say it was intentional.
Totally was intentional. I played 4D on the chat.
Well, if that's the case, we need
Y'all
to,
are playing checkers and I'm playing chess.
Give it up for Spring Mage, who came in with 5 memberships over on YouTube. Thank you so much, Spring Mage. If you guys got gifted one before the shows, make sure you say thanks. Mercenary came in anew. Says, Blabs, you're not fired, even if bad today in gaming, so long as you tell MrBeast he's fired from the internet for life. Can't stand that fraud. Mercenary, I think you may want to rethink your proposition here.
You want to go home and rethink your life?
Yes. Apparently, the Montez counter is not working. I don't even know what's going on. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Did you do the right colors?
I screwed it up. That's my fault.
You made it orange.
I made it. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Craig. Everyone say fire Craig.
No. I got it.
Come on, help me out here, chat.
No,
Fire him.
No. Listen, yours was way more egregious than
I
that.
made a Sonic sandwich and I'm standing by it.
And I'm changing it to 10 now. Okay, so there we go. Marmalin came in with a 50. Says, well, Meg is fired. She did provide an easy way to get a ton of supers for this, including this. Marmalin, thank you. And there you are rewarded, friend.
Ta-da!
There you go. Marmalin, hey, thank you so
Boom,
much.
shakalaka.
That's right. He's heating up. He's on fire. And he says, go Blabs. Don't listen to these flash simps or Craig. Thanks.
That's right.
Hey, Blabs, you're hired. Wrong. Give it up for Mercenary. He says, read my first. There you see, you're wrong. You're wrong. I did want to point out this spectacular. Speedy Cake says, when you mentioned Tamagotchi collector last week, you reminded me of a friend who got married because he linked it to Facebook via his Nintendo DS. And while he was working, his Mii proposed to his girlfriend's Mii on Facebook and sent the proposal. Well, that's next level.
What?
You got a 4D chess. That's crazy. Thank you, Speedy Cake. That's an interesting story. Graham says, the best part of being a lesbian is hanging drywall, rebuilding a motor, changing power outlets, splitting wood, plowing Plowing the wife, getting her pregnant, normal lesbian stuff. Montez, well, thanks, Graham. Good luck
I
with
feel
your
like there's a
lesbian.
mistake in the very last bit.
I don't know.
Not if it's a male to female.
Maybe he identifies as a lesbian.
Maybe. Koa says, should we have 3 major releases and 3 minor releases per day? That way Blabs can still have her fun picks. No.
No.
Mongoose says, Blabs stood with me, so I stand with Blabs. Count those dollars. Corky Blabs W. No.
W.
Incorrect. Aramis, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Suspended without pay for a week. What? Oh, my gosh. All right. We do see all your super chats, all your direct donations, all your Rumble rents, but I do want to point this out. West over on Plus says, disappointing you guys are watching American Pie. It's such a low IQ film.
So what?
There's much better high art cinema you can watch. Bad idea to start with such brain rot. You think Blabs would want to start off with some Italian films, maybe something by Dario Argento, but Craig is making her watch. I don't know. But making her watch mindless slop. I feel bad for Blabs having to watch this trash when there are so many great films to watch.
Nobody wants to watch her watch a high art movie.
Yes.
They want to watch her watch dumb
laugh.
shit to see her reaction.
I want to
That's right.
laugh at stuff. We're already sad enough as it is in this world. I want to watch funny, dumb shit and laugh.
That man is not understanding the homework assignment here.
That's right. It is dumb, stupid comedy. That's the point. It's awesome. It's fun. You can shut your brain off and watch it with us. It'll be great. Just like
The
when we
best
watch
comedies
Terminator.
are stupid.
Yeah,
Dumb and Dumber. Stupid, but hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Ace Ventura Pet Detective. Fucking dumb concept, but it's funny.
Mm-hmm. Steven says, I have an idea. Blast picks the top 3 games, and nobody knows what the top 3 games are for the day. You let the viewers guess what Blast picks, and whoever gets it right gets a shout out. I like that. That's fun. Now that would ruin an X post in the morning because we do post it before the show. So, but I do love the audience interaction. That's great. Marius says the best thing about being lesbian is Randy Pitchford's salary. Yeah, he did transition over there, didn't he? Barry Dixon Butts says, Blabs, what? And I mean this in the utmost respect. The fuck were you thinking?
A Sonic sandwich.
Okay. Valamuar says, Blabs, you're on thin ice. As Penis, you must now play the Deus Ex main theme or you're fired. We'll get flagged for copyright for that.
I'm already fired, so.
This is true. It already happened. Okay, look, I know I can feel your angst in the chat and I understand it. I get it, right? We're all upset at Blabs for what she did today. All right. But we'll do our best to get past
Bad.
bad.
I am
bad.
upset.
Just look at that.
Do you want to talk about a Flash?
This is, I mean, I just feel like throwing up right now.
And for some reason, that thumbnail of the Nintendo 64 bothers me.
Yes, I'm with
Like, what
you
is
on that.
this?
She
It's
took
a
Could
the-
you have
box.
just gotten a straight front of the box, though? It would have looked so, like, what
To
is
be
this, like in
honest,
an
I couldn't-
angle and shit?
I couldn't find a nice square 1-to-1 ratio of the N64, so I went with the packaging.
Okay, but can we also talk about the Sonic packaging on the left side? Not the one on the right, but the one on the left.
It didn't even look like that. It was full black. That's like the first box for
That's
that.
what I found.
They
when I
never
Googled
released
Genesis.
one like that.
All right, well.
But even worse, like it just says
That's like Sonic 3 packaging.
like it has half the word of Genesis on it. Like on the left side, you didn't even crop that.
No effort.
No, I want to put the Genesis in there.
Oh, for the love of God!
Lab
Blabs.
is feeling very secure in her job, Craig. It's time to shake things
I
up.
know. It is time to shake things up around here.
Yeah.
Lab's like, oh really? See ya. I'm out. Oh my God. All right. Godzilla Grease just says, say you're fired, Blabs, but you gave me Poppy for my birthday when Craig wouldn't do so I can't let this go. Sorry about that.
Everyone deserves Pappy. Which, by
Yes.
the way, it's an A. Pappy. Kind of like the word daddy.
Happy. Thank you, Commodore fan. Appreciate that. I agree with you, Mercenary. Thank you for that as well. All right. Sonic needs his flowers. I approve. Look at Bike Shorts over here simping for Blabs. Bike
That
Shorts.
Annie guy in the chat's very upset with me, too. He says that I should be fired.
Of course.
You're fired from not even being hired in the first place.
We've all been fired on the show multiple. I was fired
We're
earlier.
all
Not
fired.
Everybody's
Together.
fired. It's okay. No big deal. All right, guys, do us a favor. Hit the thumbs up button. Whoa, a paltry. I mean, this is honestly, I don't mean
I'm sorry, what did you say? Poultry?
A paltry.
Oh, I heard
375
poultry. Like
likes right
birds.
now. We have almost 1,500 people watching on YouTube right now. Can we get that rookie number up and just do this? We used to call it a like spike. Can we get a like spike right now, please?
It's free to like.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Do your part for the show. This helps it.
It's free. It does nothing, which is great. And we are still 9 you're fired yellow supers away from our Montez goal today. So let's do that today. We got a big one lined up. Let's get into it, friends. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. Hard News. Okay. Here we are, ready to go. I don't even know what's happening here. This just says, good morning, prank. So what are we looking here, Blabs? This is another Blabs decision. What do we got?
It's just the prank video, but it's perfect, and I don't want to give any context. Just let it play.
Okay, let's see what's going on here. It looks like, they're putting hot dogs in M&M containers?
Yeah, just watch. It's for the guys. This one is for the guys.
Okay. Is this one of those reaction to what happened videos where you're reacting to a guy reacting to a video?
Yeah, I ignore the guy on the left. It's the guy on the right you want to watch.
Okay, all right. Okay, because let's be real. There's no way this guy should be laughing this much.
Yeah, he's fake as hell.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the comment right from Business Pigeon says it all.
What are you doing? I got M&M's. Can you hear it? Look, come here, okay? Over your head. You got to keep as straight an arm as you can. Okay. And then from that distance, you have to catch as many.
This is stupid. I don't want to watch this.
No,
Hey,
you
what
have
is
to
this?
watch. You have to put it back. Go ahead.
So
You're gonna thank me later.
Okay.
M&M's in your mouth.
What are top comments says it's not funny at all.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, Zucky over here 5 weeks ago said no.
All right, fine. Don't finish it.
I'll count 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
This guy on the left is insufferable.
Yes, he sucks.
Well, what do you think?
That's it. That's all I was for the guys. I thought it was kind of funny. What? I was for the guys.
What about that, Blabs? Was for the guys?
The hot dog.
The fact that she put a wiener in her mouth?
Yeah.
Is that what's so funny about it?
Yeah, that was funny. All right, I'm fired again.
We're 0 for 2 today, Blabs.
Can I go on?
Let's see. All right. I'm just going to bypass the next story because I know that just because I know that
You don't want to talk about giant toilet paper in Japan?
No, I don't. God damn, Blabs.
Sorry, I saw some of the chats. They were funny.
Oh Lord. Yes, everyone is now where is the guy who says everyone is now dumber? We need that as a clip for the show. Everyone is now dumber for what was going on. All right. Let's talk Jojo Siwa. Speaking of dumb. All right. Listen, can you pull up a picture of Jojo Siwa, Blabs, from like her ultimate gay phase, please? Because I think it's important to kind of go back and see what she looked like, I don't know, 6 months ago, where she was like, I'm super gay, and she was wearing all the rainbow stuff, right? Well, now she has come out, and she has said that she felt pressure to be a lesbian. You got a picture, Blabs?
Yep, there's a bunch of them we can look at.
Let's take a look. Oh boy, there she was. This is her. So okay, so this is Jojo Siwa at the top there. At the top there with a little bow, right?
Why does she look like Gold Dust from the WWE in that one picture?
You're right. So she started off there. a little kid star, cute and fun, and she like had a YouTube channel.
Oh,
She's all-
my.
Whoa.
and then
Now she looks
became-
like Nancy from, or whatever her name was from Married with Children.
like she looks like Ellen DeGeneres. That's what she looked
Yeah.
like there for a minute. Yeah. And then they decided, hey, we're gonna make you super gay, and she went super duper gay. She decided that she was gay, and now it turns out that she didn't necessarily think she was gay. As she says, former Nickelodeon star Jojo Siwa said she felt, quote, pressure to come out as a lesbian as a minor. So Siwa made the comments as she opened up about her new relationship with a man. Siwa, who is no longer lesbian, says she felt pressure to be from the LGBTQ community, according to UMag. From people I know, from partners I've had, you just get put in this world where you feel like because you now have said, oh, I'm a lesbian, you can be a lesbian. And the truth is, sexuality is fluid. In a weird way, I think pressure came a little bit from inside the LGBT community.
So she was groomed.
What? Now, here's the thing. Says Siwa, who has since broken up with her girlfriend, is now in a relationship with a male. She says the relationship has been beautiful, a beautiful development, a beautiful connection, and I'm absolutely head over heels for him. And he's the same way. So, and all of a sudden, she's not wearing all the rainbow stuff, and she's just she's no longer the lesbian. And there we go. So now, if you recall, let's actually back up. Remember, like 3 months ago when she was on that reality show, and who was the guy in the wrestler? What was his name? Who was like who got kicked off the show? Do you remember that? What was the guy's name? God, I'm blanking on him right now.
Is it Mickey Rourke?
Yes, Mickey Rourke was on the show and he got booted because he was saying things that were mean and he made Jojo Siwa cry. That's actually how I think she met this guy. He was on the same show, and this guy was comforting her based off the things that Mickey Rourke was saying, right? So now she's in a relationship with this guy. Now I'm going to tell you this right now.
So wait, the guy who insulted her is now banging her?
No. Mickey Rourke.
I was like, wow, what a twist.
So Mickey Rourke was talking about how she was gay on the show or something.
Yeah.
And he was using the word for a bundle of sticks, the British word for cigarettes on the show.
Toe gaff.
And she was so upset about it that she crawled into this guy's arms. And Mickey Rourke on that show said that she was not going to be a lesbian after this show. And Mickey Rourke was right. So has she
said thank you to him?
was she straightened up by Dick?
She got a deep dickin' and things changed.
I mean,
speaking of Dick, Demi Lovato got married and everything, and she went kind of calmed down. I'm like, did Dick fix Demi Lovato?
These are all questions that I don't know. I don't have the answer to. But
some women just need to get dick down, and it changes them.
Maybe that's what happened with Jojo Siwa and Demi Lovato here.
They got Dick.
Yeah. I don't know, but I think there's something. I mean, there's obviously a big statement about what she said about feeling pressured, right? And you said it, Flash, the idea of the grooming aspect of it. Hey, you're lesbian, you're gay, and look, I realize that some people just love, if you're a guy, you like a guy, whatever, right? But once again, when she was a minor, they were pressuring her to come out as lesbian. That's where I've always said, you do what you need to do. But when it comes with kids, I ain't fucking with that shit. And she was fucked with when she was a kid. That's really messed up. It's crazy. It's crazy to see. Now, Siraj over here, Siraj had this to say. Says, every day I'm pressured by the gay community to be gay and pressured by the straight community to also be gay. Right here. And Steph, Minority Home, says, interesting. Since her audience was mostly children, I wonder how many were influenced by her.
And that's the whole point. That's the whole point right there. That's why it's done.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of those things where you look at and you wonder if there's is there something nefarious going on? Because that's really messed up.
Well, yeah, we already knew that there is.
I know.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, well, Nickelodeon is a
Exactly. Which one's worse, Disney or Nickelodeon?
Oh man, I don't even know.
It's all about that population control.
You think that's what's going on here? You want to put on the tinfoil hat and think that's what's going on with that?
I think there's a lot of that going on. Yeah. Well, people can't have kids.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. But hey, look at how happy that she is. Like legit. Look at how happy she is with this guy over here. They're over here like dancing and singing. And I realize on social media you only see the good side of things here, right? But they're just hanging out with each other, doing all these fun things, always loving on each other. Like good for them. And good for her, you know? Like that makes me happy. She found love and she went around. She had she was forced in the wrong direction. And here she is, like literally straightening up. If I can, pardon the pun right there. So I didn't think I'd say this, but good for Jojo Siwa.
You go get that dick.
What's that, Blabs?
I said, go get that dick. That's literally what happened.
I'm sure that won't be clipped.
Yep,
What else is new? Everything I say gets clipped. This is getting clipped.
Literally why sometimes I lay out on you right here, which is great. Just kind of shut up and let the internet do its thing right there, which is excellent. All right, let's golly.
Let me get this real fast though, because StreamYard is rejecting it. Joey for 2 on Rumble says, "I swear Hollywood needs to be nuked. Grooming children is not acceptable under any circumstances." I agree, Joey.
I like this. Trilla says Jojo Siwa got some Nickelodeon. Got fucked up there. When it comes to entertainment, the answer is always yes. Hollywood trying to recreate Babylon over here. Mickey, put that yam back on her and set her straight. All right, camel toe tag, weirdo. Oh my god. Oh no. Skip Mace's Blabs is the Alyssa Mercanti of science.
I'm not an e-whore. I don't have daddy issues, and I'm not a liar. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's too far.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. As soon as Blab starts waiting tables, then she'll be the Alyssa Mercanti.
Yeah, as soon as I start flashing everything on an e-camera or whatever, then you may call me one. But until then, no, and I don't lie.
She's only done her feet to right now, all right?
Yeah.
There's a lot more to go.
There's only one photo.
Software Cook came into the den, says needs to get those poultry numbers up in the chat. That's right. Get all those chicken poultry numbers up. Those poultry, I said. Poultry. Give it up for BRZ, who became a brand new Plus member. Use that promo code Blabs Versus. That's one. I need to make sure that's there. Blabs VS to get the discount over there. Watch some Blabs Versus. Das Pooch says, speaking of Married with Children, hearing Ed O'Neill and David Faustino talk about how Marcy actress hated them is hilarious. Wait, is this real?
Yeah, they had a feud or something. Ed O'Neill and her.
Really?
I watched a clip on it a long time ago, but yeah, that was legit.
The lady who played Marcy.
Like each other.
Yeah, I don't think anybody liked the lady
They've
who played
made
Marcy.
Up, though. They're all friendly now.
Oh, that's good. Good for them. Good for them. Hey, Modest came in and says, "Hey, bada bing, mamma mia, blabina! You took a happy day and baked it into a overbaked cannoli, and you have left me a ragu of despair with your game picks, blabina. It pains me to say, you's a fired." Hey, Modest.
Pizza.
Modest, I get
did a crust pizza, pepperoni.
Modest speaks the best fake Italian. And I understand what Modest is saying. It's like I don't even have to read the super to know what he's saying. It's wonderful. Nick says,
the best way to eat noodles is to break them when you put them in the pot.
Oh, look at Blabs. Did you see her just literally?
I mean, you have to. That's the way they get cooked properly.
He was like, you just have to break them. And I'm like, they're already broken when you do that. I'm like, they're not broken. They're cut.
No. Okay, hold on. Can we take a step back here?
They're literally cut.
Okay, we have lots to talk about today, but this is actually very important.
And some of them are actually just made that way.
Blabs. The noodles are already cut.
No, some of them are just made that way too.
They've already been sliced in half multiple times into regular uniform
They're not
pieces.
broken, they're cut.
They still have been diced in some way, shape, or form. They've been separated from the longer noodle.
I
Right?
don't care.
It's not one interconnected noodle.
But why would you do it anyway? Why would you do that? Why don't you just go and like break your hot dog or your steak in half on the grill?
Well, if it helps it fit the grill a little bit better, maybe I will. Maybe my pot of water is only so big.
How barbecue do you have?
No, I'm just saying. Maybe
And flawed logic.
No.
Yeah, how are you going to get them all in the pot, Blabs?
Yeah.
Get a big pot.
It'll be just sticking out the whole time, and you're going to eat half a noodle because the other one will be hard.
That's right.
What size pots do you guys cook with? Do you have like little baby ones from Fisher Price or something? Like
What do you cook with? The fucking churn from like a witch has or something?
I mean, I could, but no, I have a
cauldron
big
over
pot.
here. God damn,
I
Blabs.
have multiple size ones. I have a really big one for multiple people. The one for like 1 or 2 people is a Le Creuset. You know.
I'm just imagining Blabs over here, like with a witch hat on, spinning her bowl of spaghetti with her big old cauldron.
Yeah, witch's cauldron.
Just doing a whole bunch of chants.
Yes.
It's like a Wiccan.
Tossing in your magic spells, salt. Right.
Well, like in Robin Hood Men in Tights, and she's just like throwing ingredients in like eye of a newt or whatever, and she just drops it. Yeah, that's me.
By all means, guys, please use AI to make that happen.
My favorite line is "used to be shithouse" as her name.
Nick says, Blabs, since you're now job hunting, Blabs, come on my show. You can do Today in Gaming History and hopefully not get fired by my guy Orange Quick. Just watch out for Mumbling Gatherer, my producer. She bites. All right, Nick. Well, good luck, Blabs.
Okay.
Steven says Nickelodeon grooming children is not a new thing, but has been a huge problem since the 90s. Happy for JoJo, but not completely for not being completely brainwashed. Yeah, all it took was a penis.
Fixed her right up.
Joey says, here's a super chat for Blabs attempting to do a pee-pee joke.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Hooray.
Commodore fan says, Amanda Burse played Marcy. She was a spokesperson for GLAD in the 90s. Ed and the rest of the cast hated it, and she would complain endless about scripts. Oh, she was one of them feminists. Yep. So art imitated life right there. That's good.
True.
All right, what do we have here, Blabs? I've not seen this. It says thousands of Mongolian fans gathered at 4 a.m. to support their national Counter-Strike team in a tournament finale.
Yeah,
wow.
It's honestly just a little quick video to show you the scope of everyone just showing up at 4 in the morning for a gaming tournament. I thought that was pretty impressive.
Let's see. That they're watching. I don't know. This is Mongolia, you said, Blabs?
Yeah, there's the second link that basically says like one of the Asian teams is like the first ever to win.
Okay. I mean,
this is a quick little thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of interesting, I guess. It's very cool to see. It also speaks to how esports is massive overseas, but nobody could give a shit about it over here. Like esports is a very niche
I could
thing
care
in the
less.
States. Yeah.
I remember the most I remember out of esports is them pushing to be called athletes.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
I think we're gonna look back in the States at like esports as this. It was a really, really, really hot thing for about 6 months. And then all the companies hopped on it and threw a shit ton of money at it. And it all kind of flamed out, right? People are going to look back and they're going to, I guarantee there's going to be some documentary about, I don't know, some big clan or something that, that talks about the corruption in it, people pocketing money, things like that, that will never, there'll be some big expose here in the next 5-10 years about esports and how it just some big money laundering thing. The biggest thing, and it's funny, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. The biggest thing with esports is when you watch, number one, you have to be very well educated in what you're looking at when you watch a game of esports, even Counter-Strike, right? You got to know what's happening. If I watch a game of Marvel Rivals, you got to know what's happening. That's why we chose games for like King of the Couch and the games we do for our premium events that are easy to understand. It goes back to like the athletics, right? Basketball. Hey, you put this ball in this hoop. That's the goal. Hockey. You put this puck in that goal. Very simple, right? Now, look, there are some intricacies to every sport, but on the surface, you understand what you need to do. With esports, and by the way, you can all on the traditional sports, you can see it all on one screen, right? It all on one court. But with esports, you got to be flipping between things, going through and looking at different camera angles and different perspectives. There's just too much going on for the average person to understand it, specifically in America. So I don't know. I've never been a big esports fan personally. I love the idea of competitive sports, but competitive games. I love game competitions, but I don't like esports. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
To me, it does, because esports are gay.
Bam. Risk Video says, imagine Blabs getting the wrong spell and accidentally makes unlimited spaghetti. Like, what is that, Blabs? What is
Strega Nonna?
Yeah, what is that?
So that means witch grandmother, but I don't know what that is.
Strega
is witch, Nonna is grandma.
You're the witch grandma.
No, I'm just a witch. Strega.
No. There you go. Yes. Kratos says, "Boo, Blabs, boo." You've been booed all day. It's
That's
really
right.
upsetting. I'm
Part
sorry.
of the contract.
This is
Builds character.
a regular thing. Okay, let's talk about something really great in the video game space. This is cool. Lies of Peace has been a very, very, very popular game. So much so that it's sold 3 million copies. I'll tell you what, you sell 1 million of anything, you're doing pretty damn good, you know? And then, you know, people talk about, like, in video games, this idea that, well, if it didn't sell 1 million, like, are you kidding me? Like 1 million people doing anything ever is one of the biggest accomplishments, like, in humanity history. 1 million people doing anything is insane. Well, Lies of Peace has sold 3 million copies worldwide. Now, Flash.
Wait, not players?
Yes, not players, Flash. Not players. They have sold 3 million. So to celebrate, the entire staff received a cash bonus, 2 weeks paid vacation, and a Nintendo Switch 2 cash bonus of $7,500. Let's stinking go.
And if you sell the Switch, you can get another 400 on top of that.
Maybe more. Yeah, this is true. This is true. I think that's awesome. Hey, Blab, see how many people worked on Lies of Peace. Maybe it was like 6 people. I'm sure it was like a couple hundred.
Lies of Peace is great. I haven't beat it. I want to go back to it, but I had a lot of fun playing it when I did. I think it's one of the better Souls clones.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things. I've seen gameplay of it. It's beautiful. I think I hear like the next one is going to be sort of like Alice in Wonderland or something like that, because this is Pinocchio.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like the look and the aesthetics of it. I think it's I like that world that they've built in that game.
Well, this is a South Korean company. It says all
Supposedly
staff.
160 people, by the way.
That's awesome. 160.
Supposedly.
That's
so the credits aren't 4 hours long.
No.
Like what's that? Shadows.
Yeah. So it was released on Game Pass day 1, meaning the large number of those 7 million people had seemingly played it. This is they had 7 million players, right? But going back to this is saying that they have sold 3 million copies. So once again, big difference between the two, between sold and players here, because it was an Xbox Game Pass game. Anyways, to celebrate the milestone, publisher NeoWiz is rewarding the staff, as I mentioned, of Round 8 Studio, right there, 10 million South Korean won earlier than scheduled, and they get 2 weeks on top of the 15 days paid vacations. They get a month off. That's pretty awesome, man. That's really, really good. The DLC is a prequel to the game. I think that's great, man. And they said that, as you mentioned, Blabs, the sequel to Lies of Peace is currently in development. Lies of Peace Overture serves as a great intermission between the 2 acts. The zoo is a great location for an expansion and extremely well designed, and the new additions to an enemy roster will give dozens of new patterns to learn and attacks to dodge. So, look, I think this is great. Contrary to what people think, we do not like when people lose their jobs in video games. As a matter of fact, we love it when they are rewarded for the great games that they make. And Lies of Peace has done spectacularly well. And the fact that this is a South Korean developer overseas taking this and doing a little math on that. What's Blabs? You said it was 160 staff?
Yeah, supposedly.
160 staff times $7,500, right? That's a nice chunk of change. That's close to $1 million of bonuses being handed out. And then on top of that, the extra 2 weeks of vacation. I think that's a big win-win for everybody right here, which is great. Which is even more spectacular is the game has sold 3 million copies. And in game right now, but just by looking at this, it has, I say only 8,000 people playing it right now with an all-time peak of 30,000 people. So, like this is, look at that right there. You can see that's crazy. I guess this is where the DLC came out. Man, DLC really worked. The DLC really worked, jumping from 2,000 people to 30,000 people. Holy snap. That's good for them. So anyways, like to see these success stories right there coming in and people making money for the good work that they do. That's wonderful right there. 8-Bit Gamer says, Blabs reminds me of my ex-wife. Can't send links, bitches about what men say, and laughs about it. All right.
Yeah, I deleted his link in the Rumble chat because he didn't know you're not allowed to post links in chats.
Oh. John says, Blabs really needs to be fired now in Vince McMahon voice. You're fired.
Hey.
Oh my God. Where's the high art guy now? Lol. Oh, Trellis, thank you. There we go. All right. We do see all your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants, and we will get to all of them throughout the duration of the show. We really appreciate it. You guys make the show happen. We are 3 yellow supers away from our goal of Montez and firing Blabs for good today. All right. Let's go and move on after that wonderful news right there. In the interest of getting to your videos today, Flash, I really want to talk about the Switch 2. No? Yeah, I do. We'll get there. Let's talk about the Switch 2 and the release of it. Now, look, we've seen some tremendous successes with the Switch 2. Mario Kart World is really, really fun. Have you seen some of the amazing things that are happening in Mario Kart World? Like some of the shortcuts and stuff?
Yeah, they're awesome. I like Mario Kart World quite a bit. I think it's the Knockout Tour is a lot of fun.
I agree. I think it's a really fun game. Hey, I got to Rainbow Road this weekend. It was awesome. I unlocked it, beat the game. It's great. Beat it with my kiddo. Super fun. Like, here's some of the great things that happen like in this game. Now, once again, this is a game that is optimized for Mario for the Nintendo Switch 2. This is made by Nintendo for the Switch 2. So let's just kind of check this out.
Mario Kart World, but the floor is lava. This game's mechanics allow for so many fun sequences, and using the feather extends your airtime even more. It allows for some crazy shortcuts, like here on Salty Speedway. Imagine someone pulls out a shortcut like that in one of your online matches. Great Question Block Ruins is a heaven for insane tricks. We briefly touch the floor here, but then we just juggle from object to object to skip this entire section. Even landing on the boost panels here make us accelerate super fast again.
Now, after this guy recorded this video, was he calling old people to get them to give him gift cards?
I don't know. I don't know that, but what he is doing is very impressive and maybe worth actually getting a gift card because like he's using all the game mechanics here to skip across. That is spectacular stuff. And if you played this is next level Mario Kart. It really is. And honestly, if I saw somebody doing this, I would just quit. I'd just I'm done. These aren't exactly some of these aren't even high risk. You just got to know where to look. So anyways, you can go find this guy over there. But Nintendo has truly optimized their games to do really, really well. Unfortunately, not all games for the Switch 2 are optimized. And here's some good examples. This is from a post. So I'm glad people got scanned with the Nintendo Switch 2. This is from Natalia over on X. It says,
what is this, Cyberpunk?
It says, because he didn't listen, red flags were everywhere, like this user. Check this out. Yes.
It's dropping frames so bad. I'm just trying to move around. What is happening?
Just trying to move in the game. Yeesh.
I mean, this happens to me when I'm playing Fallout 4 on my Steam Deck.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's fair, but the Switch isn't the only system that does that.
This is true.
Every time I go, sometimes when I go into buildings on Fallout 4, because I've been playing it with mods on my Steam Deck.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time I played with mods, but I'll go into, maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know, but I'll go in there and it'll drop frames like that. I mean, I could play it on my PC or my Xbox and have a better experience, I'm sure, but I mean.
Well, let's see, because there are more examples of this. Let's check out something not as resource intensive, like, I don't know, Marvel versus Capcom 2. Let's see how this game rolls out. Right here. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That doesn't look very good, does it? Lots of glitchiness going on right there. I mean, you can kind of see what's going on, but I don't think that's how the game was meant to be programmed here with that. What about the Gex trilogy? This was just released. Let's see how this one here, because hey, there's more. Once again, all these are like third-party games, or are they? Go load up Gex trilogy here. See what happens. See what do you think's gonna happen? Oh no. Doesn't look like things are loading as well as they hoped. Blabs, when you see this, what are your thoughts on this? Like, this is honestly kind of shocking to see these games just not even load.
Kind of sad, to be honest.
Very, very sad. What if you had this game and it transferred over? Like, you bought it, for the Switch, you transferred over to the Switch 2, and it's like,
It's just another reminder you own nothing.
Here's more Cyberpunk for you. Uh-oh. You can kind of see the some of the issues.
Part of the experience.
Screen tearing.
Yep. But what about, here's even Pikmin 3. This is a Nintendo game, right? Now, this is a game that was released for the Switch, but let's see what happens with this one. Uh-oh. You can see the same type of thing, the screen tearing and the glitching on screen here. Not great by any means. Software just crashing here.
Ew.
Yeah. And then there's a little bit more.
I was just getting ready for another scene. I had this thing idling here, and the audio stopped. So this is the only time that I've actually almost caught something on footage. You can see nothing is working. If I pull out the controller, it doesn't show that it's able to connect.
Just stopped working
So that one's not connected. This other side is not connected. We press the power button. It doesn't work.
You have to do a hard reset.
Yeah, I mean, when the power button doesn't work.
I haven't had any of these problems.
Yeah,
So,
I haven't either. But the fact that they are happening, here is this is a couple minutes long, scaling issues with technology from the past. Dude, I saw this one, was kind of shocked right here. Apparently the initial Switch 1 screen was better than the Switch 2 screen. Here's some other fun things happening in game. All these glitches here. Like I said, I'm not about getting on the quote-unquote Nintendo hate train by any means, but I do think that there are some serious issues that need to be addressed, specifically when it comes to the third-party games. And I think that a lot of these reasons are popping up because a lot of these developers, I mean, you got to remember, these games are being ported from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2. They're being transferred over. So naturally, there's going to be some issues. So it's not like these games were optimized for the Switch 2 hardware. Which I think you're going to see issues like this when things like that happen, because a lot of times the developers for these games developed it for and ported it to the original Switch. And if there's anything going on in that, if there's any changes between the Switch 1 and Switch 2, which there obviously are, you're going to run into these issues. So now you're going to force these developers to go back and spend development time re-optimizing their game for the Switch 2, something that they didn't necessarily think about. So or want to do. So it's really just kind of interesting to see the negative aspects of the launch of the Switch 2 here. Like I said, I haven't seen any of these things, but I've only been playing.
I've been playing Bowser's Fury
Mm-hmm.
on it, and it's ran great.
There you go.
Looks great. Like it has they gave it one of those free updates.
Mm-hmm. Victor says, a bit behind. I think you're right about esports. Noting that Evo is one of the only successful esports because it's easy to understand. Also, Blabs, you're fired. Thanks, Victor. Appreciate that. And I'd like to think that I'm okay when it comes to my judgment on these things. Mercenary says, Floor is Lava Mario Kart would be great fun. Well, you can go check it out right now. Says, I knew I was right to wait at least a year. Fail. Switch uses emulation instead of hardware.
That's true.
All right. Okay. Now, look, we've seen some of the insanity that's been going on when it comes to the Switch 2, the Floor is Lava clip that we showed a little bit ago. But that has not necessarily been the best example of gameplay. Now, Flash, you have a folder saved specifically of gameplay that you said we have to check out today.
I didn't say we have to check it out, but it is good stuff.
Can we see some of these wonderful things that you want? And listen, from what I understand, this is started around one specific pro gamer.
At one pro gamer, also a journalist.
Okay, let's see who's. Oh, there he is.
I've been saving all these clips for my show too. DSP, I see them all. He's been going viral.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, it's with all the lawsuits going on, he could be. I mean, he may end up suing us reacting to these things. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Let's see what's going on here. What do we have?
Oh, that's fair. Car drives right into me. Misses all of them, but drives directly into me. Wait! I wasn't in first! How am I supposed to come back now? The game blatantly cheated. What just happened? What? I was driving straight. The game clipped me off the edge and made me fall off the track, even though I was driving straight. The game cheated a million times. I was hitting the boxes. It wasn't giving me an item. Pretending like the guy in front of me got it. No, he didn't. I hit the box. It was blatantly abusing the system over and over. What a piece of shit. I couldn't see. I couldn't see the stage. What was I supposed to do there? Come on, my first win. Can we get some support for my first win in Mario Kart World, baby, on the hardest difficulty? Hell yeah.
Hey, real quick, like somebody said in the chat, did TikTok just discover Phil for the first time? Because like
I think so.
I think is that what we're seeing here, where TikTok is discovered him, and then all of a sudden he's become this phenom. Because if I was Phil, I would lean into it. Like I think that'd be
but he won't do that.
No, he'll play the victim in it for sure.
He won't do it.
What is his channel name? It's like, is it called? Let me just see what I got here. DSP
Gaming. He's got that in the DSP Reacts, I think.
Okay, does he stream on the DSP Gaming channel? Okay, I'll because I want to see how his Social Blade's doing over here. I'm very curious. Let's go check out the next clip here.
Wow. Oh, nothing I can do about that. Knock me off the track from behind. Jeez. Dude, that's twice. They did it twice in a row. They knocked me off the track from behind as a bullet bill.
Pretty sure he's playing as against the computer too.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm eliminated. Yep. Nothing I can do.
Nothing you can do.
Myself. No, I didn't play poorly. 2 bullet bills hit me from behind and knocked me off the track in a row. What was I supposed to do?
Move out of the way.
Nothing.
This is so good. Like this is quintessential Phil. It really is.
I want to play my favorite one.
Oh, please.
Even though it's an older one, but it's such a goodie.
You have this is quite impressive, these bookmarks.
How many are there?
So many. Oh, this one's good. I don't know what game this is.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Phil's audience.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
They're fucking nonsense.
Oh, music.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
But as soon as that butt came on, but there's another clip where it's like a dude with a 6-pack, and he's like, "Okay, here we go."
Now we're talking, baby. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
This is my favorite Phil clip.
Same
4 or 5.
And you guys say I'm a bad gamer. I feel so much better watching these.
45 seconds of him just dying to that guy.
Just
Hey, I'll give it to him. Like, Adventure of Link's hard. It's a hard
tough
fucking
one.
game.
Oh, well, good for Phil right there, and good for his bravery. Just getting in and really fighting those games and doing his best. People talk about his detractors, and like they do the best marketing you could possibly do for a guy. And once again, I don't understand how he doesn't lean into it. That's the thing I just don't understand. How can you have such a loyal fan base of people that hate you? Or at least want to see you fail, but they're doing all the work for you. Like, they're helping you in so many ways. Millions and millions of views coming your way, and on social media. Lean into that, man.
Yeah, people pay for the exposure he gets.
Yes. You look at his monthly views over here. Does he only stream to YouTube, or has he started streaming to Kick? He could be
He streams to Kick, but he's very upset because they're not supporting.
Oh.
Yeah, not a lot of Kick subs coming in. So he's very upset about that.
Well,
I like the clips where he shames them. And
guys, speaking of support,
the guy needs $300 to eat pizza.
Guys, we just watched some Phil clips. What are you supposed to do? Can we get a little support going on here, guys? Appreciate that.
Yeah, Craig needs to pay that energy bill.
Got to pay off that energy bill, guys. Yeah. If we can hit, no, I don't want the likes or subscribe. I want your money. All right. God damn.
Now that's getting clipped.
How insufferable is that? How insufferable. It's so bad. Yeah, that will get clipped. That's right. You know what's funny is there's this clip of Anna Kasparian from what is it? The Young Turks, where she's like, give me the money. You give me the money. It's so freaking funny. It's such a great meme. I love it. Anyways, well, good luck to Phil on his journey in content creation. He'll outlive all of us right here. Hey, speaking of money, Hell says clearly the most professional entertainer of our time. I mean, there's no way the DSP character can be real. After streaming, he probably puts on a suit and sips fine wine
while doing polls in WWE champions.
That's amazing. Luke says, what would you guys think of a martial arts RPG where grinding a level revolves around cultivating your fighting styles in fights instead of quests? I think it's a very niche game, but if done right, people would be totally on board with it. Hey, Patty came in with 100 bits over on Twitch. Says, here's your support. Take my last $1. Patty, thank you so much for your $1. Commodore fan says, newsflash, Iran missiles fires on US bases in Qatari with direct hits, but take it with a grain of salt, as being reported by Israeli sources. Huh.
But yet we're not at war.
Swiss, thanks so much for that DSP money. Appreciate that. Definitely not a gator. Says, wait, Phil has let the DSP trademark go into Section 8. Craig, you have the opportunity of a lifetime. Wait, are you serious? That'd be so freaking funny. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be so freaking funny. Oh my God.
Yeah, Luke's text, people are bringing, I couldn't remember the name of it, but yeah, that's kind of Jade Empire. That's a Jade. You ever played Jade Empire?
No.
Isn't that a BioWare made? Yeah, BioWare made that. It's on the old Xbox.
Okay.
You've never heard of that?
What is it again?
Jade Empire.
Oh yeah, I know of Jade Empire. Yes. But I'm not familiar with that game in particular. Blab says we have some breaking news that does not include missiles going towards.
It's true.
Okay.
We don't have any missiles.
All right. But we have this. Trojans. Okay, Blabs, what do we have going on with this? What's happening here?
Right, so this is from Noxie from Hypixel Studios, which is a subsidiary of Riot Games. This is a really, really big message. So the TLDR is that they're canning the game and they're closing the studio down.
What is this? What game?
Hytale? I
Hytale?
put all the links in the document. I can pull it up too.
Right here?
Oh, you already did it. Yeah, so it was like I've never heard of this game until just now. So I'm not the best one to be like, oh my God, but it is a sign of the times of like, not another one, you know? We just had layoffs over the weekend and now we're having another one. Yeah.
Well, it's Riot Games over here, so
Yeah.
it's a subsidiary of them. So,
Mhm.
all right, well,
The studio itself was funded in 2018. Ironically, there was some lady on LinkedIn. I'll pull it up. I didn't even know who she was. I know nothing about her, but she was right. She was basically saying that there'd be another layoff this week, and she was right. She was like hearing internal rumblings of another layoff around Riot Games this week as early as June 23rd, 2025. So today. So she was right. No idea who she is, but she's
There we
sincere, I
go.
guess. Or she has really good ears. Yeah.
Can confirm the Iran striking the bases thing. I just looked it up.
Yeah, that's real too.
So, okay, look, we go with this show where you guys want us to go with the show, right? I don't know a whole lot about international war or bombings and stuff like that. I don't know a whole lot about this stuff, but it doesn't mean we can't. Like, I'm not going to tell you I'm an expert by any means, but it doesn't mean we can't discuss it just like people would around the water cooler. Like, do you guys want to talk about this, or should we keep going on and talking about other things?
I don't want to talk about it. There's plenty of other things.
Yeah,
That's just
we got a lot of things, but I mean, we are talking about, you know, the insanity. I got this video here. Apparently, there's this is like air defenses like this is crazy. Like seeing this and having this music play underneath. I guess these are flares.
Is this Israel?
It says over Qatar. So, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways,
Probably
all right.
have missiles to shoot shit down.
Okay. Well,
Probably what that is. The best clip is the like I don't know if it was an influencer, but some woman, she goes out on her balcony. She's like, "Look at the fireworks."
Oh yeah.
she thought the fucking missile strikes were fireworks and shit. Crazy, man.
All right. Well, we'll move on from that. Like I said, I know there's all sorts of craziness going on in the world, and you know we're really kind of going out of our way to, like, you know, ideally, like, we're going to point and laugh at things as they happen, but I don't really think there's a whole lot you can really point and laugh at when it comes to bombs being dropped. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll kind of move on from that. Let's talk about some other things that we can talk about and we know a little bit about. Not to say we know a whole lot about it, but we can. All right, let's get to this next story here. Let me get to this real quick. But first, let's get to a couple of these supers, including John says, Craig has to show Blabs and Flash dark side flow my bills. What is this?
I don't know. He's saying you have to show it to us.
Flow my bills. I
Is
don't,
this
John.
some parody of DSP?
He needs that money to pay his bills, Craig.
Yeah, this is true. Joey says, I still laugh whenever I see a clip of DSP getting beat in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and then calling the game trash. Yeah, that's right.
I remember that. Yeah, he kept getting beat by giant Vegeta. It was funny.
That's hilarious. Blaz, will you get a couple of these super chats real fast, please, if you don't mind?
The bottom. I was just talking to myself. I realized I was mute. Anyway, a Spoon Ninja for one says, laugh my ass off. Craig has a domain name addiction. You know what you must do.
Well, I just searched for DSP Gaming, and
no.
it is taken. I saw that. That's actually what I wanted to do while you read that.
Damn, bro.
I know. Just because it'd be really funny. Although gamingdsp.com is available. So if anybody wants to go pick that up.
Anyway.
Hey, real quick, just on a total side note. Last year I purchased, remember the Black Girl Gamers thing?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Did they try to buy it from you?
No. I bought White Girl Gamers because I thought it'd be really funny. I want to let you know that I no longer own that domain.
Did you sell it?
No. Wow. Who's gonna
Then
buy
how
White
did-
Girl?
How can you? How do you no longer own it though? Was it only for a year?
Yeah. I just bought it for one.
Ah, I didn't know that these things were like a 1-year expiration date.
Yeah, whitegirlgamers.com is available right now. So if anybody wants to go pick that up, you can go buy whitegirlgamers.com.
That's gonna be Flash's new headquarters for the internet. He's gonna leave YouTube.
That could be a funny website. I'm sure you could find a lot of content for that site.
Yeah, you might as well just make an X account for that. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
That's true.
for free.
Yeah.
White girl gamer X account.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Let's see. Mercenary says the only way you can laugh at missiles is if you're Mr. Burns. That level of evil. Yeah. I don't really feel like laughing at missiles, if I'm being totally honest with you. What I do feel like laughing about is the absolute backfire that has happened to the Splitgate 2 guys. Now, if you recall, during Summer Games Fest, once again, it sucks. This is a small team of guys who are making a game that they're passionate about, right? But they made the cardinal sin and they bent the knee to people who were shit, right? Let's do a little quick rewind. At Summer Games Fest, this guy gets on stage and he busts out with this really kind of base statement here.
I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3.
People are like, yeah, this guy's awesome, right? And he may be awesome. He's got his, and look, he said all this 8-second clip here. Well, got people really pissed was his Make FPS Great Again hat. My God, you can't have that. That's ridiculous. Well, they announced a new battle royale for Splitgate. And this is on the surface actually looks pretty cool. I actually downloaded it for Steam, but never got to it. Now, he went on to say, hey, look, I'm not going to apologize for this. I'm here to clarify. This is not a political statement. It's quite literally what it says. So take it at face value. And he's like, hey, man, let's go. And everyone's like, yeah, he's not going to apologize. I'm not going to apologize at all. And people were pissed. We saw this. Once again, this is all recap of what happened here. And we saw this person over here is like, oh, well, it's Splitgate, blah, 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 blah. It's so funny. It's Splitgate, blah, 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 blah. Right? And
He's
then
validating Trump.
That's right. Then this happened. No excuses. I'm sorry. The hat is off. The somber tone. And ultimately, hey, man, I messed up. I messed up today. Really, really rough. And
He
people
did
were
mess up.
Yeah.
Gave him to a shitload of people that were never going to play his game anyway. And
That's
they
right.
still won't forgive him.
That's right. They were really upset at him for a game they were never going to play, even if it was free to play. Which leads us to today. From his company. Today, we parted ways with a small group of valued 1047 game team members. We're still perfecting the Splitgate 2 gameplay experience in response to community feedback, and we are redirecting sources to build the game best for our players. We are sad to see our teammates go. We're actively working to help them secure new opportunities. Further, our co-founders, Ian and Nicholas, have opted not to take salaries as we lock in to deliver the next phase of the project. Thank you for those who have built alongside us, and we are sad to say goodbye and would not be here without you. To everyone who's playing Splitgate 2, we're continuing to work hard to deliver more things we know you'll love. We are committed to building this game for the long haul. Womp womp. Now, wildly unfortunate, after bending the knee with no excuses, they're so sorry. Unfortunately, that means that, well, let's just take a look real fast. I'm curious. Let's play the over-under game here, Flash, the Price is Right game. How many people do you think are playing Splitgate 2 right now? Now, I want to preface this and let you know that its all-time peak 17 days ago after its announcement was 25,785 people. So how many people are playing it right now?
1,200.
1,200. All right, Blabs.
I mean, I kind of can't do it. I saw it this morning.
Oh, okay. All right. Currently, there
I have
are
no idea.
less than 4,000 people playing right now, which, as you can see, the downward trend has continued here. Obviously, they saw the spike here. And let's just for shits and giggles here, I'm actually very curious. This was, yes, on June 10th, they posted this. Let's see if there's a direct correlation between the player base on what happened on June 10th. June 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and then dropped off a cliff. And you can see what's continued to happen here to where now they are actually looking like they're actually have a lower player base than they initially made the announcement, which talk about a backfire moment, man. That is wildly unfortunate. So Flash, what do you think of all this with this guy? Is this just more of a situation where a guy was stupid? He listened to some vocal minority, and now it's going to cost people their jobs and probably his company?
I don't think it would have mattered either way, to be honest. Who was really asking for that game? You know, another free to play Fortnite style game, from what I remember watching the clip of it. I found it funny. He was like, I want something different, and then made the same game that it already exists.
The difference was the portal nature of
Yeah.
it, where you can go between different parts of the map. And I actually think that was pretty
I
cool.
liked it with the Splitgate one. I played a little bit, not a whole lot, because, you know, that game was kind of dead when I played it like 2 years ago.
Mhm.
I have not yet tried this. I still do want to try it. It's just finding the time. But from what I hear, it's an okay game. But with all the shit surrounding it, with like the skins being super expensive, the whole PR stunt that went wrong, I think it was just never in their favor.
Well, they certainly got people talking, and they got people in the door, which is the hardest thing. You know, you saw their numbers spike up to, as I mentioned, 25,000 people. They did their job. They nearly tripled their player base in one day, which is exactly what you want to do when you have a platform like that. So they rose awareness. And if you go back, like, that's the most number of people that have ever played the game at one time. That's huge, but they couldn't hold on to it. And maybe you're right, Flash. Maybe it wouldn't have mattered, but I don't think them going out.
He didn't help himself.
Right. Exactly. He didn't help himself at all. Like I said, the mechanics of this look actually very cool. The idea of the movement, making your way through, the portals that you can shoot through and gravitate through. I think that's pretty awesome. Now, I'm not a huge fan of like the art style per se.
It's like discount Apex.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Yeah.
Sniffled in with some Bungie marathon attempt.
Right. It does have kind of a that like minimalistic color within its like super bright, vibrant colors, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I think you're right, Flash. He didn't do himself any favors by any means. And when you are a small indie title with a small indie team of what they say, 5-6 people, you can't go out of your way to put yourself in a bad situation, which they clearly did. And he thought he was putting himself in a bad situation by wearing a Make FPS Great Again hat, where in reality it was apologizing to a bunch of people that aren't even going to play the game for free. You know,
and he pissed off a bunch of people right there too that weren't mad at you.
And think about this, right? What happened after he apologized? What happened? Here's the 9th. Here's the 10th. Did you see a spike of people going in that he apologized to? No. It dropped off. It rolled down the hill like a fat girl down a hill. It's ridiculous, right? The player base just dropped and dropped and dropped. So yeah, like, he didn't do himself any favors, and it is what it is. So I don't know how many times we're going to need to see this, man, where game developers listen to a vocal minority and they end up fucking up not just their game, but the livelihood of everybody who worked on that game. This is a continuous situation that's going to happen over and over and over again. So when will they ever learn? The answer is no. When they're in the storm, people just don't understand, man. They can't see 2 feet in front of them right there, man. It's nuts. Nick came in with the 10. Says, never mind, Blabs. The position was just filled. Nice young lady named Jose. Met him serving at Olive Garden. He's got a fantastic mustache as well. Well, Nick, thank you for that, and looking after Blabs there. And good luck to Nick and his wonderful mustache right there. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. But before we do, John says, it's like the PS5 backwards compatibility with PS4 games had hiccups too after launch. It'll be fine. I agree, John. I agree when it comes to the Switch 2. We were talking about that.
The problem is, though, I think at this point you shouldn't really be having these hiccups, right?
I agree.
Like, I'm
John,
not just shitting on the Switch. I'm talking about like all these consoles. How many years have these consoles been in development for? Like, come on, get real.
John came into the $10, says, here is a link. Surprised you forgot about this, honestly. Well, listen, I have a lot of internet going through my brain at all times, and sometimes things get pushed out. And honestly, Phil is not on the top of my radar when it comes to internet things. He's just fun to giggle at. But here's the link to the video here. We'll watch about 30 seconds of this.
I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money.
Pig Roach Records.
Now that I hear the keyboard, now I remember. Now this is actually quite a banger.
Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money.
Let's go, Phil.
I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money. Hello, everybody. It's Dark Side Phil. I need that money. My bills, the electric bill, the internet bill, stupid fucking trolls, man. I just want to chill. I rock back and forth on the X and Y axis, tip me, so I could catch up on back taxes, making large stacks, refunding chargebacks, and my laugh sounds like act. 50 bitch here, 50 bitch there, 50 bit bitch. Raise your hands in the air. 50 bitch here, 50 bitch there, 50 bit bitch. Raise your hands in the air.
Oh, he looks so old there.
It's pretty awesome, man. That really is. Like, that's whoever made that's pretty talented. What, Blabs?
My favorite is the one that
gross.
My favorite is the one that Snort Hogan uses. You ever seen Snort Hogan?
You know, yes, I have.
No, my favorite.
He's got the best intro of them all. Well, let me tell you something, brother. Then it goes to that song that actually has a really good beat where it's like snort. I got that drip though.
My favorite DSP song is the one with the band. Band.
Oh, when he's wearing the M. Bison hat that makes him look like a Nazi.
I've never seen the actual video for it. I just know the song.
Oh, man. All right, well, wherever you guys are tuning in, I'd like to say hello to you guys. Glad you're with us today. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the follow button wherever you're tuning in, whether it's Rumble, whether it's Kick, whether it's Twitch, whether it's YouTube. And, of course, if you really like the show and you want to support us so we can get that money to pay for our electric bills. And
our internet bill.
Yeah, what is it? Internet bill, electric bill, what is it?
Oh, I forget now.
All the bills. You can
every bill.
Go to Side Scrollers Plus and become a supporter over there. We'd really appreciate that. All right. Blabs, it's been a little bit. This is very exciting. We haven't played this in a long time. It's time for the MrBeast files. He's in hot water, Blabs. MrBeast is in hot water again. For the love of God.
But no children are involved this time.
No kiddos. No, just the internet. Just the internet. Here we are. Now, MrBeast, one of his many companies is a company called ViewStats. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to ViewStats before, but this is like one of those YouTuber tools that allows you to kind of optimize your channel. There's one called 1 out of 10 that kind of looks at your thumbnails and they look at your metadata. Look, YouTube, just like any profession, there's a game nature to it, right? You have to optimize your titling, you optimize your thumbnails, you optimize your video length and your retention and stuff. It's a mess and there's a lot going on. Now, ViewStats is one of those tools, and they launched a brand new tool within ViewStats that makes instant AI thumbnails. Now, what am I talking about? Well, look, don't let me tell you about it. I'm going to let MrBeast tell you about it. Let's check it out.
There's a new way to make professional-looking viral thumbnails with zero Photoshop experience. And the best part is, this new method works in every niche. Whether you do gaming, cooking, beauty, this works for all of them. From creating custom results from any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail, it literally feels like cheating. This is the home of the AI tool where you can type in any channel on all of YouTube and it'll use it as inspiration for the thumbnail it's generating. So for example, let's say you're MrBeast. You would just type in MrBeast here. Now it's gonna look at all my recent videos and get inspiration from them. And for the prompt, I'm gonna type in stranded on a volcano. And there you go. We now have a thumbnail with me dangling on the side of a volcano. This is perfect for inspiration. And if you do a couple iterations with the system, this is how you can literally generate your thumbnails going forward. Now, let's say you don't want to take inspiration from a YouTube channel. You don't have to. As you can see here, I have a very descriptive prompt describing a Minecraft block that is glowing rainbow colors and vibrant Minecraft grass with trees in the background with no YouTube inspiration. So now let's hit generate. And I think you're gonna be impressed with what this comes up with. I have not altered this in any way. Look at this thumbnail it came up with. That is actually insane. All from one single prompt and no inspiration from any other channel. You can type literally anything you want and it will generate a thumbnail for you in a style that will make a viral YouTube video. And step 3, to show you how all out we went on this AI thumbnail tool, you could also copy a URL from any YouTube video. We'll just paste this one I have here. And in the prompt box, just tell it what to change in the thumbnail. To demonstrate, I have this F1 thumbnail with an F1 car. And so in the prompt, I'm just gonna simply type in change F1 car to minivan. That is all I'm typing in. I'm gonna hit generate. Let's see what it produces. And boom, it's done. I'm not even joking. Look, it swapped out the F1 race car for a minivan. That was it. I just typed in a prompt and it swapped it. This is crazy.
Okay, so that's what you need to know, right? Did you see this flash over the weekend?
I saw a lot of the outrage on it, which I thought was kind of stupid because there's been ways to use. I mean, you can use Grok to make AI shit.
Right.
So,
right,
I mean, this isn't anything new. It just seemed, and look, I'm not a big fan of the guy, especially after that shit with his grooming partner.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it seems like something stupid to get mad at him about.
Right. Now, let's talk about some of that pushback. Now, Mudahar from Ordinary Gamers, some Ordinary Gamers, says AI thumbnails promoted by the biggest creator on the platform. What a joke over here. And this has been some of the pushback that you've seen. Now, some people have looked at it and they have said what you've said. Like, I think this is, kind of silly to be so critical of this. Because here's the thing. When you talk about like AI, right? You are using AI. Everybody all the time, every day is using AI in some way, shape, or form, right? When it comes to thumbnails, like I said, I look at all this stuff as a tool. I'm gonna tell you this right now. We're testing this out. We 100% are testing this out. I look at AI as a tool, as a hammer, right? If you're building a house, you got to have that hammer. If you don't use the hammer, you're going to get passed up, right? You're not going to be able to do the job effectively. And that's just the way things are going. I mean, Blabs knows I encourage our team to use AI when it will make you more efficient. I see no problem with something like this. Now, but we'll get to that here.
It's just a tool, man.
That's kind of what I'm saying, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. Now, this guy, I'm not familiar with Point Crow over here. He said, how to chat with MrBeast about his AI thumbnail creation tool. While I'm uncertain what will happen moving forward, I voiced my concern directly to him. Great idea to want to make content creation more accessible, but this isn't remotely the solution to that, and actually fundamentally hurts creators as a whole. Now, I would like to hear why here. It says, just mentioning because I think it's important to note that he reached out, even though we still largely disagree, leaving everything up to discourage this still. Leaving everything up to discourage us still. And I'll count this hopefully as my bookend on the saga. Cheers. Now he responded, yeah, thanks for the feedback. I love the YouTube community more than anyone can even remotely comprehend. Anyways, he's like, yeah. My goal with ViewStats is to build tools to level the playing field between people like me with 300 employees and new creators that can't afford a small army. Now, I think there's something like very valuable to what he says there, right? The idea of if I'm going to pay $80, it's a service costs $80 a month. That is a lot of money for a lot of creators, $80. But if you were to go out and buy and pay somebody to do thumbnails, sometimes a single thumbnail on a big video can be $100 by itself, right? Maybe more. So like $80 on the surface is in the grand scheme of YouTube is not that big. Now here's what's interesting. Asmongold was asked to respond to this, and he says Asmongold thinks, this is from Yeet over on X, says Asmongold thinks the hate on AI is quote forced after MrBeast got cooked on the timeline for promoting his AI thumbnail website tool. Here we go. Let's check out and see what he had to say.
Jacksepticeye called out MrBeast for using a tool that uses AI to make YouTube thumbnail images. I hate what this platform is turning into. Fuck AI. I just this is in my opinion, bro. I saw this, bro. So MrBeast goes and he tweets something out. I think that the anti-AI hate is the most forced fucking thing on the internet. It is the most forced fucking thing on the internet. And all it is a bunch of creators and artists that are trying to get their audience riled up against AI because they don't want to get replaced by it, right? It's so annoying. It really is.
So what do you think about that? Do you think this is just people who are concerned about their own jobs?
Yes. I actually agree with him quite a bit there. Yeah, because there's a lot of people that make thumbnails. And it's like you can just go to an AI generator and get pretty much what you want. You have to do a couple different prompts. But I mean, it's been getting less and less. It used to be, every other image had 6, 7 fingers, but I mean, it's just getting better and better.
It's very divisive in our chat. I see some people saying it's cope. Some people say they agree. And we had George on our show on Friday. George does art. That's literally what he does for a living. He creates art. George is so against AI and AI art in particular because it affects his job. Now, George admittedly said, look, I'm very immature on this topic because he's emotional about it. It's an emotional thing. We've had people who have championed AI on our show. We have people who hate AI on our show. Us, like I said, we are going to use it as a tool. I use ChatGPT every day for helping organize. It's almost like an assistant for me. It helps me organize my thoughts. It helps me put together different ideas, things like that. Now, in a situation like this, I know $80. It makes you second guess when you go, oh, $80 a month. Like I said, when you put things in perspective, it helps mellow things out. Especially for us, we're going to use it as I don't know, lack of a better word, research and development, right? Because I want to make sure that as many people watch side scrollers videos as they possibly can, right? And the best way to do that is to have a high click-through rate. And if we can use AI as a first tool to get it out there and then maybe add us and modify, then we will, But this is obviously a very divisive topic as it does affect people's livelihoods. And we are also talking about $80 a month going to the biggest creator on earth.
Yeah, you can use, there's plenty of ways to get images from AI for free too.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that he does with his, you can get done for free through other outlets. Pretty sure ChatGPT can make images now.
Yes. Well, ChatGPT, yes, they can do imagery. Grok does imagery. Gemini does imagery. Everything does imagery. So I'll dig into this a little bit further. Like I said, I bought a 1-month subscription to this literally this morning because I wanted to test it out. Now, one thing that I will tell you about this, which is very interesting about this, is that you don't have unlimited uses. It gives you a credit system, and you can based off the credit usage, I think you can get 55 thumbnails that have been AI generated over the course of a month or whatever it is until your billing cycle goes back, which I would like to see that number go higher. As we have.
It's not very, especially if you make daily content. That's not that
Right.
much because it would take 10 tries to get the one you want, probably.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So you're done in 4 days.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So and I don't know. I do think it's a lot. People are ganging up on him. But what's interesting about this is that he actually went in, MrBeast, and deleted all everything about this. He went in and this was a post that I was seeing it promoted all along my timeline, and he got so much heat for it that he removed the post over on X, and they stopped promoting it from a company perspective. So we'll see what happens with this, man, because I don't see a whole lot wrong with it personally. If it saves you time, effort, and resources by investing into your business, which
I think It's overpriced for what you get.
You think so?
Yeah.
How much would you be willing to pay for something like that? Nothing.
Grok can already do it.
Yeah.
I already pay for Twitter Plus.
Yeah, that's true. That's
and
true.
It doesn't limit me.
Yeah. Well, I'll keep you updated on how it goes. You know, and like I said, we're gonna try it out for a month, and you may see thumbnails, you may not see anything. You know, because it may just totally suck. And if it does, I'll tell you, no big deal. But like I said, ultimately, I want to be doing what I need to do for side scrollers, for Blabs, for Phoenix, for Sam, for everybody who works for us. If we didn't explore all options on growing what we have going on over here. So some people will agree, some people will not, and totally get it. So all right, we do have some supers which will help pay for our investing in our company. Give it up for Game Hunter. Says, going after the platinum in Black Desert, the fishing is time consuming. I should be able to pop it later today or tomorrow. I need a certain fishing rod to speed run towards the finish line. Let's fucking go, Montez. Speaking of Montez, we are 2 supers away from our goal of Montez. Great White says, AI is just gross. It isn't art. It's just a tool for lazy people. Learn to make the art you want. You can learn things, people. Great White, I agree with you. But here's the thing. Time is extremely valuable, right? And yes, you can learn. And I'm not saying you shouldn't learn. But I don't think it's for lazy people. I would actually say it's the opposite. I would say it's for people who want to be extremely efficient with their time, right? Especially in a situation like this. I agree with your sentiment. I don't agree in this case. This product from MrBeast is not for every single YouTuber. It's not for every single content creator online. It's for a very specific niche that take their career on YouTube and online creation, seriously and full time. So they're investing in their business, just like you would invest in an email service for your emails, or a domain for your website, or Canva for whatever projects that you would have. So I think it's a matter of efficiency. It's not a matter of laziness by any means, but that's just me.
Apparently AI made this thumbnail, if you want to pull it up. It was breaking here from Bad Man.
Oh, this is good. Let's see how this looks. I'm sure this will be really good. It's
your alter ego.
That's right.
IGN journalist.
That's good.
Thank Stuttering Craig.
Mary says, did someone say Montez? They did. Nick says, I'm sorry to announce Jose was just deported while we were looking for desk materials at Home Depot. Oh, no.
Damn, they came for him at San Francisco University.
Oh, no. I guess I'm accepting applications now. Not sure how to break news to Mumbling Gatherer, though. Oh, no. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that. Good news, though. We did hit the Montez goal today. We do have a new Montez flash.
Play the new one.
Okay, let's check it out. This is from Katamari Damacy.
Pitch. Montez!
Pretty good. Das Pooch came in and says, Splitgate was never going to make FPS great again. Its only gimmick is around 20 years old, Portal 2. And now Battle Royale, posers. There we go. Thanks, Das Pooch. All right, we got to get some supers here. Flash will always give you the opportunity to bounce before we get to our supers. You want to bounce, or do you want to stick around a little longer?
I got to go use the bathroom.
All right, well, get out here and go. Let's go.
Had to for a minute.
All right, well, get out of here, man. We'll catch you later, okay?
Have fun.
See you guys.
All right, see you, buddy. Enjoy your poop.
Good time.
Yeah, he has a little coffee, and then all of a sudden he's got to go poop. I love it. See you, Flash. All right, if you guys are new, if you guys want to support the show, even if you're not new, if you have Amazon Prime, which you probably pay for on a month-to-month basis, do you guys know you can actually support the show for free by heading over to twitch.tv/Stuttering Craig, hitting the sub button, which is right above the viewer button right here. And you guys can actually use your free Amazon Prime to support us. We'd greatly appreciate it over there. All right, Blabs, let's start over here with Mercenary.
All right, Mercer says sleeping in for me is waking up at 8 in the morning. I usually have to get up every day at 6 a.m. and work until 10 p.m. without fail.
What a stud.
Yikes. Gear says, oh no, another piece of T-Series won by doing absolutely nothing despite being Indian news about MrBeast later getting a class action sued. Anyway.
All right, Gear, thanks.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to start from the bottom because mine's all messed up. Kataka says 8 a.m. is sleeping in for me. I work on a farm, so I need to be up early most of the week. Yep, I get that. All right. West, for one, says at Blabbering C, PC has these backwards compatibility issues as well. Let's not forget about the RTX 50XX cards losing support for PhysX. That's just one example, so it's not a console issue. No, I agree with you. I think it's stupid that we have all these issues in today's day and age. West, for one, says, again, wokeness has original sin, but no forgiveness. The only thing that can save you is weathering the storm. 8-Bit for 2 says, stop messing with people named Phil. Are you heartless? Nintendo says, people love to hate Nintendo, but I've been playing with the Switch too and haven't had any major issues with Cyberpunk's performance. Hogwarts Legacy runs and looks good too.
Oh, good.
Aramis just popped in on Plus for one, says, if I'm ever called away, I'd like to carry a photo of the Side-Scrollers crew. A small reminder of what still matters. My house, Craig's comedic timing, and Blabs' unfiltered, honest laughter.
Let's go.
Good for you, man. Thanks.
Thanks, Aramis. Appreciate
we're
you,
in
man.
somebody's wallet. 8-Bit Game, I should say, says, thanks for meeting a great chat. We're all joking around. Please don't take offense, Blabs. I don't. I think everyone wants you to do well. It's great to see you without Twitch moderators joke around. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the Rumble side. They're very funny over there. We were trolling each other before. Wisp for one says, oh God, is this based on the viral story about the guy being stuck in an average size cylinder? What's that for?
Thanks, Wisp.
Mercenary says, okay, now you're truly fired by me, Blabs. Shocked. Mercenary says, the only thing I will watch that I consider high art is Blazing Saddles. I'll hear no one say that there's anything better than that besides anime. Well, that's like your opinion, bro. CEW says, was sleeping, but that screw up Blabs woke me up. Love Sonic, but the fact you missed one of the games, Mario 64, but also Arkham Knight turned 10. Huge L. You're welcome. I woke you up. Bike Short says, ew, Craig, I don't simp for Blabs. He's a Sonic fan. All right. Danny says, I don't mind the Sonic sandwich because Sonic is my favorite franchise. You're welcome, Danny. 8-Bit Gamer says, dance off. All right. Wiss says, Blabs is a furry confirmed. I'm sorry. I am not a furry, nor will I ever be one. Thank you. Naders for 2 says, Blabs' mistake makes me wonder if she's related to Beardo. No, nothing can be related to that. Gear says, moral, don't pick off a demographic or you're fired. Reese for 2 says, recently I've been showing some of my Gen Z community the Looney Tunes. They're seeing them for the first time. They're blown away about how dark these cartoons are. Meanwhile, us adults are waffling. They're all on the floor laughing. Yes, for real. Those so funny with little, when you get clipped here, little inchins. 1, little 2, little 3, little inchin. Like, oh my God, every time. Mercenary says, get Lemmy to talk about Liza P. She's a big fan. Spartan says, have Blabs react to the Duke of Hazzard's movie. Hang on, this one's a big one over here. Oh, this one didn't clear out. Okay, and then Marcia says, morning, Blabs. I think we got this one. Yeah, we got that one already. And then Game Hunter Series says, my confessions. I gave up on AI prompts a while ago. It wouldn't give me an Asmongold or Kirsche. Instead, it kept recommending me Asmongold and Hassan. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? I think we're caught up.
Okay, there we are. Man, what a interesting show today. Appreciate you guys popping in, allowing us to hang out with you guys for a little bit. Thank you guys very much for your support today, hitting that Montez goal. And I'm sorry for Blabs' Sonic sandwich. That's right.
I'm not.
Guys, do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button. We are 300 shy of 1,000. Let's get on there. Bye-bye.
Oh, I do have a meme to share real fast. You keep doing that too.
Kataka, this is the AI song generator is called Suno, S-U-N-O, right there. So what do we have, a meme?
Oh, yeah, on Twitter. I thought it was really funny. This is from Release the McCracken. What are you? And it's actually you. And it says, me, a Sonic sandwich.
That's awesome. Hey, you know what? Quick side note. We'll talk about this more tomorrow with the AI discussion. But I just saw this. Super Smash Bros. Director believes game
I
companies.
already put that in the document for tomorrow.
Well, let's talk about it more tomorrow. So here we go. Creating large-scale games like we do now is too time-consuming and unsustainable.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, that's a great place
Yeah.
to jump off tomorrow. So we'll get there. Looking forward to that. You guys have a great rest of your day. Get outside, touch some grass, enjoy the summer, and we look forward to hanging out with you guys tomorrow. When you see videos on the channel, make sure you watch them. Get caught up on some of the things you may have missed. You guys have a great rest of your day. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Fatality.